What's going on, y'all? Hey, I got a new video that I haven't seen anybody cover yet. Check it out after the intro. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, TC with GrimReaper Transport. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, man. It's been a pretty good week. Everything's looking okay. I just came back from Texas. I'm back in Indiana. I'm headed to Goshen right now. It's kind of a grim day for me because of the fact that I was supposed to be coming back to Goshen to pick up another triple, and oh, what those guys had? I don't know, but I was supposed to pick up another triple, and it looks like that won't be the case. Because today is September 26, 2022, all right? What's going on during this week is that there is a hurricane about to hit Florida, and my triples were going to Florida. Man, all right, look, here's the nitty-gritty. For those of you that haven't dealt with hurricane or tropical storms and you're in the transport game, especially if you're doing RV transport, whether it's single or multi-haul, or driveaways, you know how I usually say I'll call the dealership to find out what interest to come in, what to confirm their time of operation when they take deliveries and all of this. You also want to check, let me back that up. You also want to check the weather along the route that you're taking, you know, just in case for high winds, hail, that type of stuff, including, you got it, hurricanes. If you think I'm joking, check this out.
Increased in strength with now winds of 80 miles per hour. This is still a Category 1 hurricane, and the intensification process is expected to continue over the next day or so. We are looking at a major hurricane on our hands by Tuesday into Wednesday. There's a look at the latest watches and warnings that have been extended now along the west coast of Florida. Hurricane warnings now in effect for the Florida Keys, and here's a look at the track. So rapid intensification is going to happen over the next couple of days, and by midweek we are going to look at this storm closing in on Florida with the landfall likely around the Big Bend late this week. It will weaken some before it makes landfall, but impacts are going to be far and wide across the entire state. One of the biggest impacts will be storm surge, and there's a look at some of the peak storm surge that we could see. Also, take a look at the rainfall that is expected. This is through Friday. Widespread amounts 3 to 5 inches, but from Tampa up to Daytona Beach, we could see upwards of 10 plus inches.
See, no joke. It's actually a hurricane. And I'm going to Lakeland, Florida. A lot of you guys that do a lot of traveling, if you know where it is, you know where it is. For those of you that don't know what Lakeland, Florida is right next door to Tampa. And this hurricane is supposed to make landfall right at Tampa. So Florida has, I think I had it in that video, has activated evacuations of certain cities. They're requesting certain cities to shut down. And what I've done looking at that, today's Monday, I know I can get the load there by Wednesday, The hurricane is supposed to make landfall somewhere around supposed to be Wednesday, Thursday. Supposedly, it looked like it's gonna make landfall at Tampa right at Thursday. But since they're doing the evacuation, when I called the dealership, that which is what I do regardless. But since I seen the weather, I called the dealership and inquired on whether or not they will be open on the day that I arrive, so I know what to do or what to tell my dispatch. They told me no, we're closed Wednesday and Thursday, and they're looking to be open Friday. I said, okay. Well, my thing is, could I make it tomorrow? No, I can't. It's an 18-hour drive. I'm 2 hours out from Gosha right now. I have 8 hours and 27 minutes left on my clock. No joke. That's my clock. So, I'm not gonna make it. Regardless of what I do, I'm not gonna make it. Because by the time I get the Elkhart to load these trailers, it's gonna take about an hour, hour and a half to load them. Minus that 2 hours, that puts me at 6 hours. Then it's gonna take me another hour and a half to load the trailers. That puts me at 5 hours. So I could take off and head down there and drive the 5 hours, which will put me right in Kentucky to stop for the night, and then drive my other 11 hours, which will should put me right at Lakeland, Georgia, Lake City, Georgia. And I'm still short, 3 hours. So I'm not gonna make it. So there's no use to even trying. Because by the time my 11 hours, by the time I stop today, I have to take my 10-hour break. And once I take the 10-hour break, I'll be waking up to drive tomorrow morning, which, what's the point of doing that? Because I won't be able to go no further. Downside is I don't want to take these campers down and stay at the house, because apparently the hurricane is supposed to be coming up through Tampa and headed up towards Georgia. So it's supposed to hit part of Georgia. It's supposed to hit part of Alabama and part of Georgia. Well, almost all of Georgia. And I don't want to be stuck with these campers on my trailer and they get damaged, which means what? It's my responsibility, which means I lose my my bond money, and I gotta restack all that back up. FYI, that's over $3 grand. I ain't got time for it. So those weather apps that you tell you guys about using, use them. Also download the National Weather app, so you can see the weather in real time. You get real time news feeds about the weather. This is one of the times where planning, no, I'm not gonna say one of the times. This is a prime example that planning your trip will save you money, save you time. Because if you don't plan the trip, you don't plan the trip wisely, then what could have happened to me? If I didn't plan, check the weather, to go down, I could have been stuck somewhere in Georgia waiting and killing time. And we all know time is money. So I could have been stuck in Georgia for 2-3 days waiting, or stuck in Tennessee waiting for the weather to pass through Georgia for 2 to 3 days, burning fuel, spending money on a hotel for 2 to 3 days. That's what? Depending on where you at, that could be anywhere for 3 days, could be $400, maybe $500, depending on how much the hotel is. The minimum, about 2. If you can find a cheap hotel where it can accommodate a 53-foot trailer, that's money spent, right? So I'm losing money. Then I'm losing time, because a Florida run should take me 2 days to do, well, a day and a half to do, to tell you the truth. So I should be able to get down in a day and a half and deliver, and should be on my way back, which takes me a day and a half. 3 days, that's a good run. But now I'm killing 3 days sitting still, not able to get back to get to another load. Can't load nothing because your trailer's full. So you see what I'm saying? You waste time and money. So plan it out. Extreme weather is a no-go. You never want to go in an area with extreme weather. So plan your routes. I'm saying this for a reason, you guys. It's true. Everybody complains about not making money. It's all about how you plan your route, how you plan what you're going to do. All of this saves you money. It keeps money in your pocket. It helps you make more money if you plan right. So in extreme times, basically, this is all about. I was doing this video because of extreme weather circumstance. These are the times where you might have a load and you notice the area you're going in has extreme weather. All right, call dispatch. Hey, I need something else. I can't take that load. Why not? Because they got XYZ going on. I contacted the dealer before I picked up, before I even went to go pick up my load. They said they're going to be shut down due to high winds, possible tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, whatever, floods. They said it was shut down for that. So if you want to call and verify, you can call and verify with them. This is what they told me. I need another load. Some dispatchers might say, yeah, let me call and check, because they should have sent out an email, whatever. And they'll check, they'll get back with you. Okay, yeah, where you want to go? Cool. Me, I checked on my own. We was having phone problems though, but I checked on my own. I contacted the dealer. Dealer told me the situation. Shortly after I got off the phone with the dealer, I got an email from the company saying that dealership is going to be closed and they'll reopen on Friday. You know, never hurts to go above and beyond. So do your due diligence, do your research, reach out, be courteous, be kind, plan your trips. I need to do a video just on planning. Look, y'all. I'm gonna just put it in this one. Look, when you plan your trips, you're planning your hours. You're calculating hours. All right. If you're going to pick up a load and you're trying to be in a certain area at a certain time, you're gonna plan where you're gonna stop in that area. So if you're gonna stop at a truck stop, Pilot, Flying J, TA, okay? You can reserve you a spot so you can guarantee yourself a spot when you get there. All right? Loves don't do parking reservations. 2, you want to plan your route. So this is where you're going to determine what fuel stop you're going to stop at. I mean, what truck stop you're going to stop at, or rest area you're going to stop at. Everybody, you plan your route, it also dictates where you're going to do your fuel stops. Check your com data app for the fuel stop. Check your EFS app for the cheapest fuel stop along your route. All right. 3, yo, check the weather, because this is going to determine whether or not if you leave your pickup location. High winds, we all know high winds we're not allowed to drive in. We're held responsible for any damage and anything happened to those campers if it was doing high winds. So we're not allowed to go anywhere. All right? We're not allowed to drive. I ain't gonna say go anywhere. So that dictates to you what time you're gonna leave, where you're gonna stop as well. My instance, a hurricane, that's extremely high winds. 100 and, what they say, 100, it should get up to 100, 120 some miles an hour or something like that. So that's extremely high winds that I'm not gonna tolerate. That could literally flip my trailer with the campers off. So no. So it dictates, the weather dictates your movement. And let's see, we did pickups. We did planning the routes. We did fuel stops, checking the weather, and then call the dealership. Call the dealership. I don't care what the paperwork say. Call the dealership, check with the dealership. Because like myself and some more multi-haulers, we have a 53-foot trailer, which makes us as long as a semi. So get with the dealership, let them know. I would just call her and see what entrance, you know, something, back up. Go to Google Maps, put in the address, put it on satellite view, zoom in on the location where you're supposed to be delivering. I say this because now you can see where your entry points are to this dealership and to see how big the dealership is. If the dealership isn't big enough, then you don't know where you're going to be offloaded. So now this is where you call the dealership. Whether it looks big enough or not, you still want to call the dealership, let them know, hey, this is such and such from such and such transport. I'm bringing a couple of campers your way. I need to speak with someone that's in charge of new deliveries. My situation is I'm trying to see where I'm going to be dropping these trailers off at, because I have a 53-foot trailer, which makes me almost as long as a semi, and I want to make sure I'm coming in the right entrance, or do I park on the side of the road and offload, etc., etc. This is what you do. So once you do that, they'll give you the info. Boom. That's it. Just make sure you get your advance money, and you could go from there. Your trip is planned. You got it planned from point A to point B. It's clean. A lot of folks just jump on the road and roll. Then they get mad because they stuck. Like crossing Wyoming and Nebraska and stuff like that. They get mad because they stuck, because they got to sit the whole day because high winds. They didn't check the weather. That's why. the apps that I gave you guys in my previous weather YouTube video, and some of the other videos I dropped them. Use them. They will help you out. So extreme weather is something you don't play with. Make sure you plan your trip, you plan your route. You always check the weather. Always. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Whether that's the first thing you do or the last thing you do, or in the middle. Always check the weather. That's it for today, y'all. All right. See you on the next one. Remember, the roads may be grim, but what we gonna do? What we gonna do, y'all? We gonna reap that money all day, all day. You feel me? Peace. Y'all stay blessed.